The snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas, when everyone's around to share this holiday.
Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special, 'cause I'm hoping for us to fall in love in this winter wonderland. Chilling by the fire as I'm trying to get your attention, giving you a smile I can seem to look away. I might be crazy, but I think you feel it too, like a vibration right between us with a beautiful two. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland?
Hey, welcome to day 12 of Vlogmas. If you don't know who I am, my name is Katlyn Duncan, and I am a hybrid author, which means I publish both traditional and independent books. Here on YouTube, I talk about the writing process and all the bookish things. So if you're interested in any of my books, here are a few. And if you would love to see more, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out the next time I upload. And instead of waiting to the end of this video, you're gonna get the advent calendar in 3, 2, 1.
All right, here we are, day 11. It's the Dundee Award. That is so funny. I wasn't expecting that. And it fits nice and perfect with the rest of the gang.
Well, that was super fun. I wanted to check in a little bit. I'm not directly working on my book, but I am thinking all about my goals for next year, which is very much how I live the end of any quarter. So we'll definitely share some of that content as I mentioned, but I'm probably not going to work on it specifically today. I sort of wanted to take you through my author business plan. It's really very much so based on Your Author Business Plan by Joanna Penn. This is the companion workbook. I actually had purchased this because I'm interested in making Take Back Your Book into a workbook at some point, so I bought a bunch as examples to look at, but I have sort of pushed that aside for now for different things. But that is a dream for this book. That is a project that I want to pursue for this book at some point. Today I went to the hairdresser. The other day was just for my bangs because they were poking me in the eye, but today I actually went and got cut and everything, so we're all good to go. It's nice and soft. And I always love that after I go to the hairdresser, so it's like being pampered. And kiddo is with other people tonight, which is nice, so I was able to tidy up the house a bit. We sort of laze around a bit more like Fridays and on the weekends, so I wanted to tidy up a little bit. And then I wrapped most of the presents for Christmas. I have a few that I still need to purchase. I don't know why I'm really last minute about that, but that's how I'm feeling this year. These gifts aren't anything that like need to be done soon, so I just have to figure out how I want to do that, but a majority of the bigger items are wrapped and ready to go for Christmas. I wanted to also throw in another AMA question. Again, if you want to ask me any question, a specific question about publishing or writing or reading or anything, being a mom with a full-time job, whatever, I will link that post below. Feel free to put a question on there or on any video for Vlogmas, and I will try to get to it by the end of Vlogmas. So the next question is from Robin Connolly. They ask, how do you decide which book to write next, or do you write multiple books at once? So this question is fantastic. I do have 2 videos, I believe, about choosing your next book idea, but if you're looking for specifically my process now, it actually depends. So sometimes I do work on multiple projects. I've learned that I cannot work on 2 fiction projects at once. I can simultaneously do something nonfiction related and fiction related. I tend to just get things mixed up at that point. When I was ghostwriting, I usually had to juggle a lot of projects at once, whether it was for my publisher and my clients, but those were very much so in different genres, so I was able to do that specifically. But lately I've been trying to just stick with one project at a time. I find that with my schedule, I am only able to do that really, really well. That if I split myself among more than one project, that I tend to just not do well with either of them, if that makes sense. And then I just realized I answered your second question first, so I'm gonna go back to the first question. In terms of how I decide what book to write next, it really much depends on my goals, my publishing goals. This is very much so different now that I am independently publishing. Before, when I was with my publisher, it was sort of like, let's write this next book in your contract. So it was really very much so put out there for me. I had hard deadlines and things like that. But when it comes to my independently published books, I have not quite nailed down a process yet. So when it comes to my goals for the year, I would love to publish one book per author name a year, which I have now is Katlyn Duncan and also Katie Duncan, which is more for my YA paranormal books that were reverted back to me. And I'm going to continue that series hopefully with another book that's hopefully going to get reverted at some point in 2022. I would love to continue those series, sort of marry them together a little bit if I can, if the book is reverted back to me. So that's sort of up in the air for now, but I would love to do one book a year in each of my names. So now I've been sort of basing off my next project based off that. You know, I just published a Katie Duncan book, so I would love to publish a Katlyn Duncan book first in 2022 and then another Katie one, but it really, really much depends on my time. It depends on my editorial schedule. I have different steps that I want to be taking for each of the books, and it just depends on all the freelance people that I hire, all my subcontractors, when their schedule can fit me in. I do already have all of the covers, and it's just more of the editorial thing, and then also me formatting the book and then putting it up for pre-order. I have 2 separate marketing plans for each of my upcoming books, so it would all depend on that. I am hoping to do a lot of things next year. So boiling that all down, I guess it really just depends on what my goals are, really. That's how I'm currently going with it. So for right now, it's getting sort of late in the day. I am just going to edit Vlogmas Day 11. As you'll see, time is weird with vlogs. As you'll see in that video before this one, I was struggling a little bit to film during the week, so I think I'm just going to stick to the Monday through Friday and try to get all the way through December 24th. If by some miracle I have some ideas, or if you know of any like tag videos that you'd like to see from me, author related or anything else related, let me know. Maybe I'll do a tag video. I'll throw 1 or 2 of them in there. But tonight I'm gonna edit, and I'm also going to puzzle. This is my current puzzle that I'm working on. It's very festive. I actually tried to do this last year. I didn't try to do it. It's not that hard. It's only 300 pieces, but I had sort of started it really close to Christmas, and then after Christmas I was like, I don't want anything to do with Christmas anymore, so I stopped. So I really want to finish that this year. I'm hoping to do maybe 1 more. I'd really like to have one sort of out during the holidays when I have people over, because I think that would be a fun thing to sort of work on a puzzle together as a family. That would be fun for me. So I'm going to sign off here, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.